Battle of Chesapeake Bay took place on September 5th, 1781.
The battle took place near the mouth of Chesapeake Bay.
General Charles Cornwallis began marching north with 7,500 men to rejoin the British forces at New York. Arriving at Yorktown, Virginia, Cornwallis barricaded his position and awaited naval transport to New York. George Washington requested that the French fleet in the Caribbean come help take control of the bay and prevent Cornwallis from escaping. Not seeing the French near the bay, Samuel Hood decided to continue on to New York to collect Cornwallis's men. While the British were on their way, Comte de Grasse arrived in the Chesapeake with 27 ships.
The parties involved in the Battle of Chesapeake were the France and the U.S. versus Great Britain. The military leaders for Great Britain were Thomas Graves and Sir Samuel Hood, and the military leaders for the French were Comte de Grasse and Louis de Bougainville.
The goals of America and France were to surround Cornwallis's army and destroy the British naval base. Also, they wanted to take control of Yorktown. Great Britain's goals were to transport Cornwallis's army to New York.
The British fleet arrived at the Chesapeake and saw the French ships. Rather than quickly attacking the French while they were defenseless, the British moved into a line formation. The time required for this strategy allowed the French to sail out of the bay and form for battle. As the French appeared from the bay, both fleets angled toward each other as they sailed, and ships opened fire at close range. The British side had taken more damage, and that night the firing ceased and the British withdrew.
And the winner is the United States and the French. After the Battle of Chesapeake Bay, both sides suffered approximately 320 casualties. Also, many British ships were heavily damaged. The French had more ships than Great Britain, which favored French victory. By the British withdrawing away from Chesapeake Bay, the French eliminated any chance of rescuing Cornwallis's army. This allowed for the Americans to take Yorktown, which broke the British power in the colonies and eventually led to American independence.